Hi, Jennifer Sienes here with my sweet daughter Nikki, and we've been discussing traumatic brain injury in relation to the book that I've written called Illusions, which will be coming out in April. Sorry, the refrigerator's filling up with water, so all these little noises in the background. You can tell it's really home. This is an amateur, on the cheap production. But this is our last video that we thought we'd do, but we wanted to lighten it up a little bit. Well, some light stuff, some not so light stuff. So before Nicole's accident, we had just moved like a year before your accident. Not even, right?
Not even a year
Not even.
before.
We moved in April. The accident occurred in December. Well, before we moved to the new house, Nicole had, tell her about your little dog.
I had a little Pomeranian named Akima, and she was a sweet little dog. I couldn't train her to do anything except twirl for treats, and she had died before the accident.
Well, yeah, not long before. Probably a few months.
Yeah.
So she died a few months before. So when we bring Nikki home from the inpatient rehab, which she'd been in for several weeks, she didn't remember that we lived in the new house. She remembered her old house. And she didn't remember that her dog had died. So she had to live through that twice. Which, that's not the funny part, but there is some humor. There has been some humor.
Yeah, there have been some more humorous instances than that.
For one thing, she had for a long time, and maybe still to this day, has no filter. So whatever would come
I have a little more of a filter, but
she's better. But when she first came out of it, she had no filter. So they warned us, you know, you've got to be careful. She looks perfectly normal. She will say totally inappropriate things, which she's done, which has been kind of like, oh my gosh, because nobody knows she's brain injured. They just think she's totally inappropriate. So that was one thing, but this is just kind of funny because we were just the other day, this accident was 16 years ago. And just the other day, how did it come up with the chip? Nicole had an ICP, which is an intracranial pressure monitor, put in her skull when she had the accident, and they stitched it in there and to monitor the pressure. So you said something about being at the airport and thinking that the chip...
No, not the airport. When I gotten out of the accident, there was this video store that we went to in town, and we went in there and I was like, oh cool, maybe I'll set off the metal detector, because they have the little detector to make sure you're not stealing videos, making sure you're checking them out properly. And nothing happened. I was like, well, bummer, must be one of those stupid plastic ones then. And
so you said something about it the other day.
Yeah, I mentioned it the other day that, you know, the chip, it must have been, I don't know, plastic or one of those degradable ones that would, after a time dissolve or something like that. So
we kind of laughed because I'm like, do you think your chip was still in your head? And she had a perfectly sensible explanation, which kind of baffled me.
Honestly makes no sense. So they stick a chip in your head because mom confirmed.
An ICP monitor, it's not really a chip. We didn't chip her for,
Close enough. So mom confirms they cut my head open, stuck the monitor in, stitched it shut. Why on earth would you do that and then go back, reopen the wound just to take the stupid thing back out? Wouldn't that cause more issues in the long run? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And I don't remember. There could have been a sensible. But anyway, it was just funny. It was like 16 years later, we're still laughing over some of the antics of having traumatic brain injury. And not that it's a laughing matter if you have somebody you love who has it, if you have it. There are so many challenges. Nikki was so fortunate that she was so young when she had it. I have known people that had it in their 40s and they never recover. So the neurons continue to grow until you're 24. So
and I have to say, with all the challenges, and at first it was tough to laugh at the funny things, but honestly, if you can learn to laugh at it, it makes it go by so much easier. If you can find the humor that's there and not feel embarrassed about it, just say, this happened, that's actually pretty funny, and it makes it a lot easier to put up with.
Yeah, well, that's good advice, Nicole. So I hope that you will check out Illusions when it comes out in April, and you get to see what Nikki was like when she was 17 years old.
And be sure to go online, look up traumatic brain injury. You will find a huge number of resources on it. We were going to give you one, but there are just so many.
There are.
So yeah, be sure to check it out.
Do so. So thank you for checking in with us.